Why do women brag about being proposed to? What is there to brag about being proposed to? If you ask me this, I would like to say you don't understand the nature of women. We like to compete with each other. Well, how many men proposed to you? None. But guess what? Just last week, he proposed. You're like, huh? Yes. Just last week, he proposed to me. He likes me. He wants me to become his wife. Because he's trying to compete with you. Women, I'm telling you, we are not that good as you guys expect us to be. Women can be very wicked, meaning that we like to compete with each other to a point where there are mean girls out there. Some of them will lie about being proposed to, about how many times they got proposed to, about how many men that want to date them. We overestimate ourselves for the detriment of our, female counterpart. Like we'll be a school. Let's do girls at school, right? And then there's a boy that she knows you're interested in, but guess what? She's going to come to you and say, well, he said he wants to take me out. She knows the boy is only interested in you. Knowing that this boy is only interested in you, she doesn't like that. So she has to create, some false rumors about her potentially dating him, which is a lie. But you're going to be your feelings because you're feeling for the boy, and the boy has expressed his interest in you. So why is it you? Why not her? Now, that is the reason why most women will pretend to lie and live a lifestyle that they are not. They will come and sell you stories that you know is false just because they want to feel better than you. Not the men. They are competing we compete among ourselves. And certain women just take it to a level that is unbelievable. So, why do women brag about being proposed to? It's just, an engagement. What is the big deal? Oh, you are telling me you don't know the big deal about a woman being proposed to? Do you know the action that women take when a man proposes to? They jump around and act surprised. And before you know it, they'll start sharing crocodile tears. Oh my God, you love me, but yet in her heart she wanted you to propose to her. That's how fake we women can be. So it's hard to decode the mindset of a woman. But the aspect of why we brag when we get proposed to, because we think we're better than the next woman. But are you really better than the next woman? Because there's one thing I will tell you. You may get proposed to, but you may never marry that man that proposed to you. You know how many failed engagement there are? So if you think being proposed to is a big deal, how about you tell me being married to? Are you married? If you're married, is marriage a big deal? No. How about you tell me how long you've been in your marriage? You see? Now, when women brag or try to compete with each other, I have a question for them. If you say you're married, how long have you been married? Would you survive when you are put in the scenario that made the other woman divorce her husband? Wouldn't you divorce too? Because it's easy to throw stone at the other woman and look at her flaws. Why did she divorce? Why is she a single mom? Why? Women are really good at throwing or blaming, victim blaming, then looking down within themselves. Because what you're projecting may be what you're afraid of because it resides within you. Have you looked within your own self? Who told you were better than the unmarried woman? Who told you were better than the divorced woman? Who told you were better than the woman that did not get proposed to? What makes you think you are better? It's just vanity. Ring? And then what? Oh, if you want it, we want it. Do you want it? Oh, we know about that. I get it. You know how many women take off their ring and throw it to the sea and say, I'm done? They got a ring, but they're done with that ring. And they are going to live a happily ever after without a man than you being stuck in your marriage, wanting to live a marriage that doesn't please you anymore because you're trying to compete with your girlfriends. They're having kids. Oh, you want kids too. They're twins. Oh, I want twins. They have 2 girls and 2 boys, or they're boys, maybe all boys. and you only have all girls, you want a boy. You're going to get pregnant for the fourth time. Women, our thought process sometimes is questionable. The spirit of competition among women is a silent one. Only it has, another woman a woman to woman, we understand each other. That's what I meant. So the spirit of competition is very high among us. And I'm like, what is happening? So therefore, it's like it's going to only take another woman to understand my fellow woman, because it's just not necessary. If you get proposed to, I would say kudos to you and congratulations that you got proposed to, but do not rub it in your friend's face. It's not the end of the world. You're going to feel foolish if that marriage doesn't work out. You're going to feel foolish if that engagement fails, and your friend that you were trying to rub that shit on her face, she will be happily married with kid before you know it. Now what are you going to do? You thought you were better. So I just hate the spirit of competition among women. I think unity is what we need. The more unified we are, the better than trying to compete with each other. I don't think that is something women should do. Okay, but it's ugly. It's ugly to see. It's like, ooh, you can have the men to compete with, but if you're competing among yourselves, then what happened? That's how come a man can come to a woman and lie to her, and she will take it seriously, and then go to the other woman, and then try to lie to her, and then if she doesn't take it seriously, he will say, well, I lied to her, she took it seriously, I can go to her, but you, I cannot lie to you. Okay, if we were on the same page, then maybe that man wouldn't go anywhere, because it's like, hey, all the women are thinking alike, right? This lack of unity that is among us that men uses to leverage on, and they create a sense of competition because they already know we compete with each other. Do you understand? So when the man is cheating among two women, guess what he's going to use? You two against each other. It's going to be a cat fight. You guys are going to meet each other at the parking lot to fight over a man that is not worth fighting over. And things like this only happen because of the spirit of competition and the lack of unity among women. Now you get engaged to, and then what? Women do compete with each other about ring sizes, and they put men through hell just because of ring sizes. They want the bigger ring size just to convince someone that don't care about them. It's sad. Now, I'm going to show this ring to my friends. I would like it bigger. Was it 3 months' salary worth? Do you know capitalism? Do you know how hard life is? Now you want that man to put 3 months' worth of his money into a vanity matrix, which is a ring. If he has means to give you bigger rings, the better. I love bigger rings, okay? Don't let me fool you. Rose, you're an hypocrite. Oh, yeah, I am. But I'm just saying, within your means, okay? Some women are just not reasonable. They want the man to go out of his means just because. Oh, this ring is not big enough. Oh, didn't you put 3 months? Who came up with that 3 months rules? Please leave the men be. So, again, why do women compete with each other? It stems from women not being unified enough, okay?